Good afternoon, this is your friend Angel over at Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, Florida, and today is Wednesday, May 7th of 2025, and we are celebrating because we are delivering these vehicles to Eddie and Alice, one of my customers that placed an order for a Corvette. Took too long to get it, and then they show up and they decided to go with this instead, which is a great decision because my God, this is a beautiful automobile. What you're looking at is a 2025 Chevy Corvette Stingray 3LT with the Z51 package in sea wolf gray with the new machine face aluminum wheels that kind of emulates chrome, but it's not chrome. And when the sun hits it, oh my God, this is absolutely gorgeous. Too bad that it's kind of cloudy today, as you can see, but with a little bit of help of nature, maybe we get some sunlight pretty soon during this video, and I can show you what this color is all about. The interior is this sky cool gray with the 3LT. Of course, you get a little bit of suede on the A-pillars and the roof, etc., and it's absolutely amazing. It also has the front lift, and it has the nasals painted in carbon flash instead of the entire roof. This is a convertible 3LT, like I mentioned before, in sea wolf gray. And I'm gonna walk around here so you can take a look at these lines, man. This is absolutely amazing. The sea wolf gray is a new color. It came out in 2024. I showcased that color here in my channel before on a C06. This is the first time I had a Stingray on sea wolf on the channel with sea wolf gray. Absolutely gorgeous. And as you walk around it, you see it kind of change the color on you a little bit. And it's worth mentioning, this is a metallic flake color, and it won't be available next year. It's going to be replaced by the Blade Silver. Ironically, this also replaced another color, which is the Hypersonic Gray. So this is the last year for the sea wolf gray. And here we are. A unique thing about this one, it had the body color spoiler. This is the new Z51 spoiler that used to have a smaller spoiler or the option for the high wing. This is like a high wing, but it's halfway there. It's not all the way on the top. And this is perfect for him because you get better visibility. You also have more cargo space, better use of the trunk space, of course. As you can see, the lines are amazing. But the best part is this, guys. Look at this thing. Yes, sea wolf gray with sky cool gray seats. And let me tell you, it's like they were born together. This means to be, I mean, with the carbon fiber and the GT2 seats, and then you have that color with the aluminum pieces around and everything else. It's simply perfect. You know, it just flows. You can see the center console, and then you have the armrest in black, which is a good thing because it doesn't get that dirty. And then you have the black steering wheel. With this, you get the stitching as well. You can see this beautiful material here. We also ordered the contour package to the floor liners from Chevrolet with the Jake logo. It looks amazing. And as you can see, it has the Bose stereo, etc. So, having said that, here's the key for this car. And it does a couple of nice things. Number one, of course, you can start it from your remote. You can also do it from your cell phone. We had an app for that. It's called My Chevrolet. And it's good for 8 years. You can actually use the cell phone app to start your car, open it, lock it. You can see where it's parked, etc. That's new for 2025 motors. On the Stingray 3LT, you can see that we have body color mirrors, but with the body color mirrors, you also get the carbon flash bottom of the mirror, so you actually get a two-tone mirror instead of having them both painted in carbon flash. Same goes with the spoiler. You get a two-tone spoiler because the posts are painted in carbon flash, and that's good because this is all carbon flash right here, right there. Also the diffuser on the rear bumper is painted in carbon flash, as well as the front bumper at the bottom of it. So now that we're back here, we can actually do a little bit of a concert, if you don't mind. We can actually start the car. So if you want to get ready, Eddie, put the volume up. Remember to put the bass on too. Here is the cold start of your baby. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Oh my God, it's like music to everybody's ears. And you can see this is the first Corvette to ever incorporate backup sensors since 2020. It also have blind spot alerts. That was an offer in the past because of the heat extractor situation. With a mid-engine, we have more space to do those things. So the result is absolutely amazing. Also, you have plenty of cargo space back here. If you push the little E over here, you can see that you have plenty of space. These are the closed floor mats. I put them in here, but you can see the contour package has the J logo there and those little pockets too. So this piece is actually 3 pieces. They're separate from each other. And I just put them on there, and they cost hundreds of dollars, guys, not a fortune. So actually, he used points to buy it. When you close your trunk, you don't have to slam it. You just present it to it, and it self-closes itself, like an old Cadillac. See how everything is flush? Same happens with the front compartment. Now, if you want to do service to your engine or show up your engine, you can do what is called service mode. You can also shut off the vehicle from here by tapping the button again twice. Now, if you're going to do service mode, very important, you have to lock the car first. And then you hit the roof button, which is the last button on your key fob. And this will start happening, but it won't complete. It will only open that section so you can get access to your engine. And in here, we have this cover with a lot of screws. They do sell this part clear as an accessory. I don't know if it's available yet, but there's other companies that make them with a bigger window. I just made a video of a car like that. If you want to get access to your oil, you can do it from this side. Very important to check the oil on any Corvette. It has to be running. Yes, running. And it has to be warmed up for at least 15 minutes. And you just remove this cover from here. And that's it. Use your dipstick for the oil and the oil reservoir. If in case you need service in your car, that's all you have to remove. The oil portion here is for your coolant. If you need to add some coolant to the engine, you can do it from there without having to remove this whole panel to get access to the engine. I think it's the right move in this case. And you can see it kind of looks like exploding there. Now, if you want to complete the process of opening the roof, you must unlock the car. But first, we're going to lock that. So we're going to hit the lock button again, and then we push the roof button. And now this section is going to lock again. And voila, you're done with your service. Now, if you're going to open the entire roof from the key fob, yes, you can do that. All you have to do, simply the same process in reverse. Instead of locking it up, we're going to unlock the car. We hit unlock and then press the roof button. Now we're going to see the roof and the windows opening. So it presents you with the interior right there. Look how amazing that looks. Wow, that must look like a transformer. And it can do it up to 25 miles an hour. It takes about 14 seconds to do so. Very quick system to lower your roof. And the result, of course, is this. Look at that interior. I mean, you can see this from a mile away. It's so beautiful, and it goes so good with the Sea Wolf Gray. It's just the perfect combination. Then we have these machine face wheels. I haven't showed these wheels before. They kind of looks like the base model wheels, but they're not. You can see the spokes are different, and it has that machine finish. Makes it look shiny when it spins, when it rotates. It's amazing. And they're forged wheels. They're not just cast iron. I mean, aluminum cast like the other ones. On the 3LT, of course, we're going to have cameras on the front bumper. There's one right there. There is one right there. We also have radiators on the front. We have the splitter, which is really nice, and it protects the front of the car. And of course, we also have access to the front compartment, which we call it the front. Thank God the sun came out a little bit, so now I can approach here and see this color shiny. You see all that? Guys, this is like a light show. I mean, the camera doesn't make any justice. It's barely picking up that, wow, that metallic flake. It's so awesome. So when the sun hits it, that's when really it starts changing colors on you. See how different it looks now? It's so cool. Now, if you want to open the front, you can do it from here as well. So is the trunk. You just have to press this button twice or reach for under the driver's side headlight. There's a switch right there, so we're going to push that right here. And voila, your front compartment opens. And here we get access to things like the windshield washer fluid, brake fluid, and the battery is under here, under this panel. So you have to remove this panel, you remove this little guy from here, and then this whole piece comes out and you get access to your battery. Very simple, actually. Much easier than before, trust me, when it was in the back. These are air ducts for your rear rotors. We're not going to put them on because it should be used for track only. But down here, look how much space you have. And we also have the Tricoat charger. Now the contour package includes the cover for your front with the J logo as well, the floor liner. So it's the same set for the trunk and the interior. We also have this net with the pockets on the side. You can put some stuff there. For now, we're going to leave these guys here. And in here, if you pay attention, there's a switch or a button that glows in the dark, and it's also lighted. This is in case somebody trap you here, you can escape. I call it escaping from the mafia. Just jump and run for your life. Somebody put you here, of course, you probably, it's gonna be hard to get out. Now, if you wanna close this, it's very simple. Before we had to slam, and now we just give it a little push and it closes itself. Thank God for that, because it sounds awful when you close it in the past. So from 23 and up, this is a self-closing system, and of course this is a 25, so we have it. On the windshield, we can see the picture of Mr. Zora Arkhov Dunkov, considered to be the father of the Corvette, particularly the mid-engine Corvette. He designed the first 4 prototypes that never made it to production, but here we are. Look at how cool this is. Wow. I'm glad the sun finally decided to show up. So if we can grab good pictures of this. I mean, it looks amazing. This part right here looks like a rocket ship, especially if you see it from the top. Now we're gonna go to the interior, which is very, very nice. I'm afraid to even touch it. It's so nice. We have 4 window switches, ironically. One is for the roof. The other one is for the back window. This is for the front 2 windows. The largest button you see on the door is this one, and that's to close your mirrors. This is the first Corvette to fold the mirrors electronically. It's also the first Corvette with turn signals in the mirror. Yes, yeah, turn signals in the mirrors. You can see them right there. And blind spot alerts. The first Corvette to have blind spot alert. You also have buttons for your power seats, and these are controls for your front compartment and your trunk. You can open it from here as well. If you look at the floor, there's an emergency release in case you're trying to get out mechanically. But to get out of the car, you simply push that silver button, and that unlocks the door, and then you have your lock and unlock switch. Then down here we have a couple of switches, such as the parking brake and the brightness control for the interior lighting. Then we have 3 more buttons in this corner that operates your HUD or head-up display, and you can change by pressing information what you're looking at. Also, you can adjust it up and down, and you can adjust the brightness. So that's it for the driver's side door. The passenger side door has something unique, and it's those buttons. That's memory seat for the passenger seat. So if you have more than 1 passenger in your car, they can memorize their positions, and we don't have to argue about it no more. You can see the floor liner. It's so cool with the Jake logo there and the Chevy Corvette logo. So when you get in your car, it's always gonna give you this welcome, and I love the welcome. Look at that. It's like a silhouette of your car. Zoom. It looks so cool, and then it says Corvette over here with the Corvette logo. Obviously, to start the car, we have to press the brake first and hit the start button. There it is. Now we're back in business. We're currently in touring mode. You can see the mode selector right there. And because it's so hot right now, I'm gonna go ahead and raise the roof so we don't cook over here and get a little bit of less background noise. You can see 94 degrees. Oh wow. It's good to be in Florida, right? So to raise the roof, it's very simple. You just pull the button for the roof, which looks like a car opening the roof right here. It's like raising a window. And then this happens. So here it comes. Whoa, here comes the roof. It's so cool when you do it inside. You can see it all happening. And the coolest thing about it is there's no more latches. You don't have to latch over here, clang, clang, like my car. I have a Camaro, and it's got like one you have to pull and twist. And before it has one over here, one over here. This has nothing like that, and it's very easy to control. Another cool thing about it, that window on the back, it says Corvette, you can lower it. At any given time, you can lower that window or raise it and have the full experience. If you want to enjoy the sound of your engine, there it is in touring mode. I'm going to change it to Z mode just to show different how it sounds. Yes, more popping, that's right. So let me raise up that window again, and just like that, it's quiet in here again. It's so cool to have that because you can have the best of 2 worlds. You can have the experience of the engine sound and not having, of course, to lower your windows or your roof. We have a panel control here that looks intimidating at first, but when you realize this whole thing is all climate buttons. This is how you control your climate buttons. For the driver's side, you have heated seats, cool seat, synchronized, automatic. You have your airflow buttons. I want to leave it here on the vents. Then we have your fan speed button, easy to use. Just go up and down, you toggle that switch, on and off switch. AC, recycle, you have your defroster, and this is for the passenger side. You got heated seat, cool seat, which has 3 levers. Of course, you got high, medium, low, and off. And then we have your selector for your temperature. At least it's gonna be probably, I would say 70. Let's see you over here at 65. There we go. Cool thing about it, you can do all of this on the screen as well. If you hit the home button, you can come here to, let me lower the AC to reduce a little bit of the background noise. But we can go here where it says climate. And on the climate menu, you can select your temperature, you can select your fan speed over here if you like. The only thing you cannot control is the seats. The seat, heated and cool seats are exclusively on these buttons. I'm gonna shut off the driver's side and the passenger side now. There we go. Now another cool thing with this vehicle has Wi-Fi, and you have a PDR, which is the performance data recorder. To access the PDR, you just hit PDR, and you can hit OK right now. We don't have an SD card, as you can see, but you can put one up to 256 gigabytes. You can choose the video overlay and how to record the video. So for example, if I want to choose the video overlay in sport, I can do that, and I can set a preview, and it will look like this with the RPMs moving here, the G-force, how fast you go, and etc. Or if you prefer, you can choose a track menu, a track display, and it will look like this with a G-force to show you how many degrees you turn in your steering wheel, and it will record your speed, your G-force, what gear you on, even your acceleration, of course, and time and track. So you can go here with timing and select. You can configure different tracks and different settings, such as 0 to 60 timer, 0 to 100 timer. It's so cool. It's like having a little coach inside your car. Or you can choose none, and none will mean nothing. It's just a simple view, and that's just to operate the system as a dash cam. And that's the beauty of it. It can be a dash cam only with that overlay, and then you can set up to your recordings here if you like. You can customize your settings, activate audio recording automatically. You can choose the video quality. If you decide to use less memory, you can go to 480. 1080p is the best right now, so that's what we have here. Then home is very simple. As you can see, the system doesn't lag. It's easy to touch. You just touch the button and it goes, and it comes integrated with Google Maps built in. Having said that, Google Maps not just control the maps in the car, it can control features in the car as well. So for instance, right now it's loading because I haven't used it yet. But if I say the magic words, okay Google, passenger temperature 65 degrees. Ironically, it's saying it can't connect right now. That's because we haven't activated yet, but that's how it works when it's working. Right now it's off the demo mode because it's a solar unit. It would work obviously if it was in demo mode, but since they purchased the vehicle, I had to activate that first. Another cool feature here, you can see there says cameras, and it says cameras in plural because yes, we have more than one. There's two cameras in the front bumper. When you put them together, you can see the nose of the car there. Those lines follow you when you turn the steering wheel. As well, you can see the left side or the right side, and you can flip the camera to this, and then you can see the whole shebang in the front bumper there. You can also flip it to the back. There is your regular view, or you can, it's 180 degrees, or you can do regular view, which is this, 180 degrees in reverse, or normal view like this. Very simple stuff. Here's another cool feature. Speaking of cameras, you can activate them at any time by pushing that front camera button on the center console, and you get access to that regardless of which menu you're using in the car. You would activate the cameras in the front. Now, speaking of cameras, we can look at the rear view mirror. You can see that well, you can see the back window. If you want to see what's behind the car, you can just flip this and actually give you a full 100% better visibility, because your mirror turns into a monitor, and it's customizable. You can hit this little button on the corner, and that lets you make it darker or brighter as you like. If you hit the check mark here again, it lets you do zoom, and you can zoom in or zoom out. If you hit the check mark one more time, that lets you tilt the camera, so you can tilt it down. Here's our spoiler right there. The camera is mounted on the roof of the car. So we actually had two cameras in the back and three cameras in the front. No, actually four cameras in the front, because remember, we also have this. We have forward collision alert, and we also have this, which is lane keeping assist with lane departure warning, and that operates with another camera. So we had two cameras in the windshield, two cameras in the front bumper, that's four, and then we had two facing the back. 6 cameras in total in this car. Amazing. Now, we have vehicles like that in the past, but the Corvette never had, it always had one camera at the beginning. So now we have 6 to choose from. Now, this car has something unique that a lot of people get it. It's not that unique, actually. It's very common, but it's unique in the sense that it's hard to find it this nowadays. A lot of dealers are not ordering this option. We did, and it's the front lift. When you push that button, you notice the car start racing, and it will say vehicle racing up here. As you can see, it gives me the option to remember. So if I hit this left button right here on the steering wheel, it will remember this exact location. It can record up to 1,000 locations, and it would automatically raise the nose of the car 2 inches in about 3 seconds. And then if you want to lower it, you can simply drive the car. After 35 miles an hour, it will start lowering, or push the button again, and it says lowering. Does it very quick. And you can see right now we are in Z mode. You can press the Z. If I unpress the Z, I go back to the mode that I was using before, which in this case is touring. Speaking of driving modes, we have a mode selector right here below your handrest. So if you move this to the left, you go to the first driving mode, which is weather mode, and this is something you use to drive in the snow or slippery surface, give you less power, more traction control, I would say. It will look like this on this menu, and it had like a little snowflake representing that is the weather mode. Now if I go to the right once, I'm accessing my mode. My mode is a mode that you create for yourself, although it's not for high performance driving. This is more for regular driving. My mode is a mode that you create when you can have the exhaust sounding like it's in sport mode, even though it's not. The next mode would be touring, and this is the mode you use to relax and drive normally. Actually, it's very simple to drive in touring mode. The steering wheel is very soft. It feels like a normal car mode, and it's more efficient. It saves you a lot of fuel. It's more focused on gas mileage and comfort than performance. You're still driving a Corvette though. When you hit the gas, it goes. This has 495 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, and it's being a Z51, it can accelerate 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, which makes this car very famous. It was the first car in history to be in the 2-second club without a turbo or a supercharger. This baby right here. So among many things, you also have launch control. To get to that later, if we move to the next menu, I'm accessing sport mode. Now we're getting more serious about it, and the screen changed over here to that, but you can choose what you want to see in the screen if you want to change it at all. You can actually leave it like that the whole time. Now the next one is only for track use, and it's track mode. You can see that there's a little competition here between a yellow car and a gray car, I think, but I don't know who won the race. I just know that Eddie loved those 2 colors right there. And this is how we look in track mode. Now things will have more information. You can see we have 4 different tiles instead of only 2, and this is how your RPMs represent. Another thing that changed is your head-up display over here, which is thanks to being a 3 or 2 LT motors. They all have the head-up display. You can change it though if you hit the info button here, what you're looking at. So right now I'm changing it to that. You just have like a northwest, like compass. I can change it to that, which I have only the speed and the gear I'm on, or I can change it to that. This has more information like G-force, RPMs, and of course how fast we're going. Oh, it sounds so good. I'm gonna leave it back to normal there. This is how it looks in track. But in track mode, the steering wheel is much harder. It's more responsive to the shifting. So when you slowing down, you're gonna hear the transmission downshifting by itself more aggressively. A little popping noise you're gonna hear too. That's normal. They all do that. This transmission is absolutely beautiful. It's the dual clutch transmission made by Tremec, and we have the option for manual if you want to use the paddle shifters. We also have the option for neutral. Then we have parking. So the only 2 buttons you're gonna pull is either reverse or drive, and it's instant. You hit the reverse, boop, and the camera comes on. Then when you hit drive, your front camera comes on. So it automatically does that because it thinks you're pulling out a parking space, right? So when you put in reverse and drive, it will automatically turn on the front camera. Otherwise though, if you just put the car in drive, it won't turn on the front camera because you're just going forward. So that could happen though if you just press the front camera button at any time. So yes, just something to remember. It's pretty cool feature. Another cool feature on this car is cup holders. Yes, we have deep cup holders that are useful, very hard to find in sports car, but not in a Corvette. We also have a very spacious center console here with storage. We have a USB-C, USB-A. We also have a wireless charging pad over here on this center speaker. It says Corvette Stingray, and you can see right here there's like a Corvette logo. It's like a ghost, but it's there. You can see it on the speaker. And speaking of speakers, this is a Bose Performance series. I don't know if it's still today, but when it came out, this was the only car in the world with 2 seats and 14 speakers on the radio. So a lot of speakers. The cool thing about it though, you can program your sound system here to XM radio. You have Android Auto with Apple CarPlay, completely wireless. You don't have to plug anything to it. It does it wirelessly. And you also have Google Assistant. You have a Play Store. You have Wi-Fi for up to 7 devices. You work 50 feet around the car, so you can actually provide Wi-Fi to other people. If you hit the little music icon here, we access our radio. You can hit FM, and it will bring FM stations. Right now, nothing is playing. If you want to mute the radio, you can hit the hang up button. That's also your mute button, and it's your unmute button. Another way to unmute your radio is by raising the volume. So if you hit the volume up once, that unmute your radio. But then if you want to mute it, you can hit that. Speaking of volume, you can raise your and lower your volume here. On the left side, we have 2 more buttons for your favorites, and this applies to radio stations you're listening or songs that you're listening from your phone. So if you hit forward or back, you're skipping the song. Then we have our cruise control buttons, which is easy to use. Just push that, it will show you this little symbol there. That means it's ready to be engaged, and then you hit set, and that's it. It maintains that speed that you selected. If you want to increase the speed, you hit plus. If you want to decrease the speed, you hit minus. Then we have your forward collision button here. It's not working right now because we're not moving. But yes, here you can adjust the distance or the gap you want to keep in between vehicles. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have this little square here that allow you to move your steering wheel up and down. And it also telescope. It's worth mentioning, when you memorize your position of your seat, it memorizes the position of the steering wheel as well as the position of the mirror. So all those 3 things gets recorded in there. If you want to save a station, let's say you're on this station and you want to store it on the radio, you can hit this little guy right here and it will populate this dial, so you can actually dial the station you want to listen to. And if you want to store it, just press and hold that button until it's displayed your station right there. And that's it. That's how you record station. You have 5 to choose from here, then you have 5 more, then you have 5 more. So it keep adding more. Up to 60 stations can be stored in here, including of course the XM stations. Now if you listen to XM, which is free for 3 months, it gives you something else. So let's say for example I'm listening to this station, it has a pause button. You can actually pause live radio like you do on a DVR on XM radio, and you can do so from the steering wheel. The mute button is actually your pause button for the radio. You can mute it and it paused the radio on the station that it was. Then on the right side of the steering wheel, we have a heated steering wheel. We have a talk button to talk to the radio. We have a hang up button, and this wheel to move up and down, and these 2 arrows to manage that menu. So this right here is to control your driver information center. We also have a button for Z mode. I forgot to mention, that's another mode that you create for yourself. So when you click the Z, you can see the Z show up, and it gives you all these options where you can customize different settings such as braking, acceleration. You can customize the sound of your engine, etc. So when you unclick Z mode, it goes back to the mode that you were using before, which in this case it was track. So I'm gonna put it back in sport mode. There we go. Sport mode is kind of like track, but not as aggressive. Up here though, I forgot to mention another thing that I forgot. So we have 3 buttons for your garage door openers. This is called the home link. You also have a button for OnStar, emergency of course, and the button for the hazards, right, for the blinkers like we call them. We also have control for your lights right here. Your light switch are automatic, and they do have this spring switch, so if you shut them off, they will go back to auto regardless. And the next time you drive your car, it will be in automatic. Another cool thing, the turn signals, if you push it only once, it will blink 3 times and stop, so you don't forget it's on. And the same goes to the other side. You just push it once and it blinks and it's on. This is to allow you to change lanes. I guess they assume 3 blinks should be enough time to change lanes in a Corvette. I would prefer 4 blinks if you ask me. but nevertheless you can just push it down and it will stay on like a normal car. So that's your choice how you want to blink your lights. Then your control for your high beams are right here, just like any other car. We have a stock for wipers right here, very easy to use. I'm not going to use it now because we don't want to mess up this beautiful windshield. Absolutely clean, finally. And it's absolutely amazing. Now, speaking of this, we can control it from here. And right now we're looking at the trip computer. So if I move this down, I can access your trip computer at trip 1. I can go to trip 2, or I can go to fuel economy. I can go to the trip timer, or I can go to a current driving cycle. So think about it like it's a book, and this is how you flip the page on the book. Now to go to the next book, we're gonna move to the right, and we're accessing the performance menu. And here we can track your 0 to 60 times. It says accelerate to start. I'm not doing that. We're still in braking period up to 500 miles. Here you can configure your lap timer. If you are on the track, you can configure your PDR as well, performance data recorder. Moving to the next menu is your G-force menu, and this will represent how many G-force you generated when you accelerate, when you brake, all lateral G-force. Moving down one more, we get to launch control, and it says really nice there, unavailable. Yes sir. Why is unavailable? Well, we are 3,500 RPMs right now because this vehicle only had 26 miles. Now if I pass 500 miles, this will move to 6,500 RPMs, and that's when you can use your launch control. It won't allow you to use it right now because it's in braking period. So after 501 miles, you will see that drop to 6,500. That's when you can use your launch control. At that moment, you have to come see me so I can experience that with you. It's pretty cool. I show you how it works. I go here to audio. We show you what's playing on the radio. The next menu will be your maintenance. It shows you your oil life, transmission fluid life, transmission filter life. You're gonna move this down one more time to show you your air filter life, and then your engine life, how many times it rev to, how many hours it's been idling, how many hours it's been running. In this case, it had 3 hours. Now moving to the next menu will be your options, and here you can change display design. So right now it's linked to drive modes. That means every time I change to drive modes, the screen change. So we're gonna leave it like that, but you can choose your favorite. So if you want to leave it like tour, you can, or sport you can, or track you can, weather you can too. I'm gonna leave it linked to drive modes. It's my favorite. That's an option that you have. Now if I go to info tile selection, I can deselect what I'm looking at here. So for example, I'm gonna deselect that. Now the two icons disappear. I can choose what I want to see. So for instance, I'm in sport mode. I'm probably worried about, I don't know, lateral G-force, maybe not lateral G-force. We can do oil temperature, oil pressure. You can do time and temperature. You can do tire status. I think tire status is the most important one. Then let's see, maybe I do on the top just because I know him. I'm probably gonna do time and temperature, and then at the bottom I do tire status. There we go. I know he's gonna be using this, but this is why you can put G-force over here. If you go to performance, you can just go down here and leave it like that on G-force, so you can see more information of G-force than you do over here. So you get the idea. You can go to each one of these menus and change what you're gonna see on those screens. You can do it in weather mode, you can do it in tour mode, you can do it in track mode, sport mode, Z mode, and my mode. So all 5 driving modes have to be unique. Now speaking of modes, you can actually go to settings and do a couple of things. Number one, you can go to vehicle, and under vehicle you should see an option here for drive mode customization, and this lets you select how you want your Z mode to be. So for instance, I want Z mode to be stealth, and it will sound like a stealth mode. It will be quiet. I'm not gonna do that because nobody wants that in a Corvette. But if you can hear, you can see the braking is set up to sport, the engine sound is set up to track, then the engine shifting is set up to track. I'm gonna change it back to sport so it's not too aggressive. And then the steering is set up to sport. That's good because the track is really hard. He's not tracking the car, so I figured that would be good for him. But he's gonna select what you want to see. Now that we're here, we can see this little icon here with a bell. It has a little red dot. That's just for notifications, notifying you that your car uses Google Maps services, your offline maps, because we haven't activated yet. We're gonna do it next when you come in. So that's about it with that. But nevertheless, you can actually remove all these icons and rearrange them as you please. You can do the same with this line right here, which is shortcut. So for example, I have a shortcut here for Google Maps. I wanted to move it up here, I can. Like I want to remove this assistant thing over here, you can, or put it back over there if you want. So you reorganize your shortcuts and your icons as you please. I like to have the cameras here. That's cool. We can have the cameras here, easy to reach. The Play Store, yes, because we have an app store to download apps to your radio now. And of course, Google Maps operates with no cell phones present. But if you have your cell phone present, you can use Apple Maps and Waze as well. Now, on the transmission, there is a little trick. When you put this thing on drive, if you put both patterns, it's like hitting neutral in a regular transmission, so you can actually rev the engine, and then when you let go of the patterns, we start moving forward. So that's how that works, and it's very cool. But I'd suggest you wait until the 500 miles before you start hitting it hard. That was just a little bit. Don't try to hit it too hard for the first 500 miles. But this is it. It's just so beautiful. It's well crafted. Everything you look and feels and touch feels like a high quality material. Let me show it off for now. It cools off a little bit. It's 94 degrees. So let me go to the passenger side to show you guys another cool thing about it. Oh my God, the sun is out and doing a party with this car. Let me go walk around one more time around here, man. This is so nice. Eddie, this is it's so awesome, man. So happy for you. So happy for you guys, because it was a big effort to get this done. This is definitely one for the books. Definitely one for the books. I never forget this delivery. On the passenger side, it's absolutely gorgeous as well. You can see we get the same treatment to the passenger with the same controllers for the seat with the lumbar support. Look at how beautiful this looks. And then the glove box, if you wonder, opens right here. You just push that little guy, and that's how you open your glove box, where we put your window sticker. Now, if you wonder, this car does have a 12-volt outlet inside that I haven't shown you because it's completely hidden. Let me show you where it is. It's down here. I'll put my hand over here. There we go. I'm touching the little cover here. And that's because if you buy a radar detector, which is what that's for, we don't want the wires going that way. It goes onto the passenger side, and that way it's not on your field of view. Let's take a look at this build. Here's the window sticker. And as you can see, the warranty is 3 years, 36,000 bumper to bumper. We have a 5-year 60 powertrain that includes first maintenance and includes roadside assistance and courtesy transportation. This is a 2025 Corvette Stingray convertible 3RT with the Seawolf Gray Tricoat, 6.2 engine, of course, direct injection, and the Sky Cool Gray seats with the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Base price on this vehicle is $87,050. Adding the Z51 package, we added the front lift. We also added the carbon flash painted nasals. We have the wheels, $995, and the Seawolf paint is actually $995, the same as the Tricoat for the pearl white. So in options, we have a total of $12,325, making the price of this car with after destination $101,270. Absolutely amazing. So you get the performance, you get the luxury, you definitely had the looks. But the best part of this car by far is the price. It is a lot of money, I agree on that, but when you look at the market, there is no other vehicle in the world that can even come close to that for that price. The next car in line will cost you twice as much if you look at it, and the performance isn't there either from our competitors. So this is the beauty of Corvette, is that you never pay too much for one. It's obtainable, it's achievable, it's something you can reach out and get it if you work hard enough in this country. Anyone could have a Corvette. Really, it really is that affordable. And they don't lose much value either. For many years that I've been selling them, I see that how much they hold their value. When you look at cars right now, I look at a Prius the other day, it was $55,000. So this is a lot of car for the money, my friends. I hope you like my video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and share your video and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and now with the help of AI, we can do some translation. If you want to switch it to Spanish, you can change it to the settings to Spanish. I won't have time to make this video in Spanish, so this is exclusively for you guys and these special days of your delivery of your Corvette, finally. Seawolf Gray with a Sky Cool seat. Have a beautiful day. Again, thanks for watching, and feel free to call me. I leave my information on the video if you want to order a car or are interested in one inventory. I leave my information on the description of the video with my email and phone number. etc. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for your business. And of course, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.